Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know where to begin. I shout out to Big Meyer, Herbs in the City. You get extra points if you remember that antiquated video game reference. This is an open letter to the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Forgive me. Google a picture of Urban Meyer III right now. Just look at his eyes. That man is dying inside. So Coach Urban Meyer was caught ca-noodling with some young lady who wasn't his wife at some bar in Ohio. Suffice to say, it went viral for a couple reasons. Number one, Urban, you are a celebrity of sorts. You're not an everyday Wrangler-wearing mofo. Also, you live in a digital age. This was bound to happen, bro. Two, your team sucks ass. So everybody's looking at you already. You're 0-4 or 0-5. I don't know. You're 0. You haven't won anything. You lost everything. Usually, you're supposed to be hitting the books. You're supposed to be dedicated, concentrated, tired of being humiliated. But instead, you were titillated, touching some young lady's ass, while your team was getting their asses touched by every football, whatever. You're married. Big no-no. Is it? Big no-no. Is it? Why do I say that? Well, I'll make it short. You're married, so you're not supposed to be doing that to anybody that isn't your wife. Now, if it was a special occasion, weird occasion, postmodern arrangement, it could be different. Like maybe both of you guys were together and somebody was dancing on her and then somebody was dancing on you. Except your wife wasn't there. It was just you in some khaki shorts rubbing on some girl's non-existent ass. That's another thing. Like, everybody's using these words and terms and grinding and groping. There's nothing there. But I digress. That wasn't your wife. So that's the big no-no. America is built upon puritanical societies, rules, dictates, and norms. So right away, you're a scumbag. And that's the thing, right? I'm looking at you, I'm looking at you, Coach Meyer. You don't fit the description of somebody that would do that. Does he, America? And that right there, that shock value, that is why this story has exploded. He doesn't look like somebody that would do that. Terrell Owens, Paul Pierce. What do these names have in common? Magic Johnson back in the day. What are these names? All three of these, they're athletes. We know that. What else? Anyways, you don't look... you don't, though. You don't look like that. You see, being a rich, respected, elderly white man has his own sorts of social norms, dictates, and expectations. Now, if you think that Coach Meyer is the only person on this planet that's doing that, you're dead ass wrong. No. That's mild compared to what everybody else has done. His problem is that he got caught and he has an image to uphold. They don't care what he do or how he does it. For the love of God, keep it out of the media. That's why he's going through all this. He's married. That's bad. His team sucks. That's doubly bad. And he's not just Coach Myers. He's just not Frank. He's the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So now the Jaguars are basically saying, hey, we're okay with married men rubbing on non-existent asses at rando bars in the middle of fucking Ohio. We're cool with that. And you're married, double points. But I digress. Racial expectations. Again, America, racial and class expectations. America has a thing about deifying sports stars and celebrities. For some strange reason, they have to be grander than life and can do no wrong. Time and time again, these idiots that think that are wrong. Again, as a prominent figure in the NFL and in your home state of Ohio, and your racial class and your ascribed status, you're technically supposed to be above what NFL, NBA, and regular schmoes do. But you're just showing that you're just like what you're doing is showing that you're no different than the rest of these scumbags. And that's okay. It shows, guys, he's not the only one. Frank, can I call her that? Your middle name. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. Trust me. The people that are shunning you are probably doing it right now. And then you have religious expectations. The only reason why I threw religion in there is because when they asked Coach Urban's wife, which I'm going to give her the respect she deserves, the respect that was robbed by this needless action, needless and preventable. Dude, you're rich. You could have created a bar at a hotel somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, her name is Shelly. Shelly went the route of basically saying, hey, you know what? We all make mistakes. We're all sinners. That's including all you guys that don't believe in what she believes in. She's going to go ahead and encompass her religious thoughts on you any goddamn way. Yeah, you have no religious freedom according to her. You guys are all sinners, and yet he, without sin, cast the first stone. Funny. Because what you're doing is you're minimalizing and taking away responsibility from your husband and then equally spreading it on everybody that may have or may have not done what he got busted for. It's almost like you're covering up for him by saying, like everybody does it. So let's go ahead and throw personal accountability out of the window. It's out. Because that's what you're doing when you do that. That's also, it's strangely familiar. It's like the redistribution of wealth, except we'll substitute wealth with emotional responsibility and fault. So basically, Coach's blame now goes and extends to every man and woman. That way, we're no longer focusing squarely on this jackass that got caught doing whatever it is he was supposed to be doing, rubbing on non-existent asses. Now we're going to take some of that and throw it everywhere. It's like reverse utilitarianism. And it's also, that's very communist. Hey, what was that dude's name that created all of this drama in the 60s? McCarthy? I'm going to have to call McCarthy on you or his grandkids or something. Because that line of thinking, that redistribution of wealth and emotional trauma, that's very communistic. You might slap my salami, she may be a commie. She may be a communist. Because Frank got caught rubbing the back of her leg, because, again, whatever. Frank got caught doing something, and instead of saying, you know, I'm going to pray for my husband, instead of saying, you know, I'm a little embarrassed, but we'll get over it, instead of saying 1,001 things, she went the route of, we'll all do it. It's okay. You can't talk. Ready to go. If and when your kids make a mistake and they come to you and you try to shun them, all they got to be like is, Shelly, Urban, everybody is doing what I'm doing. It's okay. Here's a stone. Don't throw it because you're full of sin. Dad, you were caught on national YouTube television. Whatever. So, I mean, that's what's going on. This open letter really turned into like an open statement. So maybe it should be an open statement. But I'll close it at 8 minutes and 30 seconds by summing it up. What? Head coach Urban Meyer III, Frank, was caught inappropriately dancing with some young girl at some rando bar in Ohio while his team is sucking ass and his wife is at home looking up future Bible verses to diminish this guy's recklessness in the public eye. Why? He's married, an age disparity, social norms, losing NFL record, class expectations, religious ideology. His religion was left in his back pocket. Or maybe he was reaching for his religion in the back pocket of that young girl's ass. I'm not sure. When did this happen? Who cares? It happened recently. Urban, brother, I'm telling you, you should probably keep it on the low, bro. You're not an everyday wrangler wearing mofo. You're something. You're not particularly good at what you're doing at NFL level, but you're still good enough to be caught, bro.